What essentially we have done here is, and which is probably a unique thing in terms of how we drive these projects, is this process catalog. Now, what it does is, I did mention about having a process map imported when you set up a project. So if you're doing if you're doing automobile-based implementation or a process-based implementation, it gives you a set of processes from our knowledge base that you can use it and make it up and running in terms of a particular process. So if you look at it here, it has a different view of how you can do it. You can view it as an Excel as well. You can have the process components. So if I take, for example, a particular finance and supply chain and configuring treasury management, right? And if I click on the process components, so what it does is, you could basically model the complete processes on how it is going to be done here for a particular company, right? So you could also ask for some process maps, and the product would come up with a list of processes, right? So I want to repeat this again, what I did, because I did really move real quick. But what I want to, and probably I'll take something else right now. Let me take this process analytics, for example. So this is one of the processes. So if you really look at the business process, it could be at department level, or you could do it at module level, or you could do it based on the different owners. So all subject matter experts could get involved, and you could take up that process that gets connected with SAP, and then you can do a modeling as well, and you can also ask for a recommendation from our knowledge base. Okay, this one doesn't have anything, but let me go back here again and do manufacturing, quality management, and pick up quality management and sales. So what you see is basically the process code, the universal process code. It's called global scope items these days from SAP. Get some recommendation, and it would show you the complete process of how things should be mapped based on different roles, right? So if you go about creating a sale order, and what it does is, this is one recommendation that it gives. You can do documentation, you can save the process flow, but the important part is it also has references. So let me go to some other process catalog. I will pick up this one. Pick up this one, maybe modular references. Right. So whatever components that helps us run this particular process, that is monitored here, right? It could be a linkage, it could be a configuration, it could be components, it could be anything. It could be a report, it could be a price object. So you have a option to add the different components that would drive this particular process. It could be an interface, it could be anything that you want to make a particular process run. So essentially, you have a complete grip of what's happening to a process in terms of price objects, in terms of modeler. You can of course design your own modeling as well, and modify it, and then save it, and then do a complete documentation, capture a few notes, so that a BPO moves, a business process owner moves from an organization, you still have the complete track of how a process has been done, right? Now, this is the unique part of our product. You don't see that in any of the project management tools that's available currently. And of course, we have a few other things in terms of optimizing your custom code and things like that. But yeah, this is something unique. As I mentioned earlier, it can be extended to any kind of industry. You could also add a new process item and ensure that because of its cognitive ability, it is able to read it and see if there are any changes.